Switchback. Come on along here. Oh, good morning, Saskatchewan. And a fine, fine summer morning it is. You know, this is Switchback number 75, and even though, well, we've aged a little bit, we're not ready for retirement yet. In fact, this is going to be just a dandy show. Let me get on my reading glasses here and see just how dandy it's going to be. You start to forget things after a while. First of all, we're going to look at some old clothes, turn-of-the-century clothing. That'll be kind of interesting. Then we're going to look at some old cars, as well as some modern-day models. There's a model competition coming up that some of you young whippersnappers just might want to enter. Then we'll look at some old lifestyles from the Plains Historical Museum and talk to a lady named Betsy who was here at the turn of the century, and you can call in and ask her some questions. Betsy's a real storyteller. And speaking of storytellers, we're going to have Valdy in here, and he tells his stories with music. Good friend of mine, kind of one of them long-haired young guys who makes them videos and stuff, but you're going to enjoy him. Also, a special super segment for all you grandparents to phone in today and tell us what's so neat about being, well, a grandparent or in your golden years. And we're also going to talk about some of the famous inventions of all time. Now, on last week's program, our Easter special, my grandson Bill, he was doing the show, and, well, the question was to locate as many Easter eggs as possible. We had them hidden all over the set. Matter of fact, I'll show you where they were. We had about 9 of them hidden, and here's where they were at. First one was on top of the television set. Number 2 was on the contest draw drum, and number 3 on the little coffee table. We had number 4 on Lynn's shirt, pinned up there just by her neck. Now, number 5 was hooked on to the front of the telephone. Number 6 was in Marcus's hand, one of the German exchange students. And then, of course, 7 at the end of the table, 8, the dot on Switchback, and number 9 right there at the end of the desk. So, we'll reach into the old draw drum here. Excuse me, I think I have a little chicken in my throat or something. Ooh, the Easter egg hunt. This comes to us from Michael Struhan on top of the monitor, the eye and Switchback. Very good, Michael. You've got all 9 listed there. That's a very good entry. We'll pick out 3 winners this week. Let's see here. I saw some eggs, TV, desk, Troy Armitage in Moose Jaw. Troy, you're our 2nd winner. I'm having fun, even though it's really quiet in here this morning. Make some noise in here, you people. Oh, yes, the eggs, the eye and Switchback on the bin. They're all here. Sherry Wolf, out in Hague. You 3 people are our winners. You're going to get a board game that looks kind of like this game right here, or maybe like a different game, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you, all you folks, for entering that competition. It was a good contest. I'll tell you, it's time to look back into the yesteryears when, you know, they used to make rock videos way back when. You guys don't even remember. It used to be when dancing was silly and it was a song you could sing to. It's a black and white one. The picture's kind of fuzzy, but this is John Cougar Mellencamp, R-O-C-K, in the USA. Yeah!
Come from the cities and they come from the smaller towns, and beat up cars with guitars and drummers go crack, boom, bam. R-O-C-K in the USA, R-O-C-K in the USA, R-O-C-K in the USA, yeah, rockin' in the USA. Said goodbye to the family, said goodbye to the friends. With the pop dreams in their heads and very little money in their hands. Some are black and some are white, and they ain't too proud to sleep on the floor tonight. They're trying to pay the Jesus, you know that they just might. Rockin' in the USA. Hey!
I'll tell you, that John Cougar Mellencamp, he can sure shake a leg for a young fella. You know, this being our 75th show, we thought we'd look back at some of the most significant inventions of all time. You know, mankind is they're fairly smart, crafty type people, and some of these inventions affect our lives day to day. Now, probably the first and most significant invention ever was the invention of the wheel. A wheel that looked sort of like this. Now, a wheel became very significant because it impacted on us in so many ways. First of all, it impacted in travel, and hey, there couldn't be a revolution without a wheel. Sorry about that one. And, you know, we got the shape of Frisbees from that there kind of wheel. And, you know, now that the wheel has come full circle, it represents mankind's most significant invention to date. The Wheel of Fortune. That was the most significant wheel to date. No, it's okay to laugh, you guys. They're trying not to make noise in here because they think I can't hear them. I'll tell you, I'm a pretty spry guy. I can keep up with most of them. Now, another very significant invention happened in 1961. Now, for me, this became like a bachelor's helper. It was very significant to me. It was in 1961 that A.E. Athelbergs invented instant potatoes. I'll tell you, those potatoes are instant. You get home from work, hard day, you want to eat something, you want some instant potatoes? There they are. And then they'll instantly go away. Now, the next most significant invention took place in 1969. Another Canadian, this time Sir Isaac Popeil, he invented the pocket fisherman. Now, I know it looks like sort of a normal fishing rod to a lot of you people, but it's not. This is great kind of fishing rod anytime you need to, like, go fishing in your pocket here. Woo! Ooh-wee. Ooh, Mr. Popeil, he sure knew how to fish. I'll tell you, though, it makes a great meal here. Fish and chips. Instant fish and chips. Ooh, I think it even worked. That was a lot of fun. Next up, you know, a significant invention that took place in 1874 was when Sir Alexander Graham Bell, was he a sir? He should have been. Alexander Graham Bell, he invented the telephone. Now, he didn't make the first call until 1876, and we thought we'd recreate it for you and let you know what it's like to make a telephone call. This is what the first phone looked like. Well, that's the first ring.
I'm sorry, but the number you have dialed is not in service at this time. Please try again. This is a recording.
Well, as you can see, some things haven't changed since way back in the 1800s. Now, another very significant invention was first shown off at the Chicago World's Fair way back in the 40s. It was the television. Now, we happen to have a real nifty model here. This is a 1957 fabulous Philco Predator. It's a Philco model anyway. It's a dandy black and white picture, and you know, now in the 80s we don't have to settle for black and white, you know. What do you guys think? I want some color. We want color. We want color. Come on. There we go. It's 1986, and we got some color. Oh, thank goodness. Well, we're going to have a very colorful switchback the rest of the morning, folks. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back on our 75th show. Yeehaw! We're having a good time.
Sassy, saving, super high, sneaking, funky lemon, yeah. Colorful candy shells, fruit flavors in the middle. Single-handed bite-sized candy-coated Skittles. Sharing, smile, be so very sorry, yeah. Taste the rainbow multi flavors in Skittles.
Lifesavers.
La 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 la.
Cherry, cherry.
Yeehaw! Lemon!
Yodel, yodel, orange. Yodel, orange.
Swing your pineapple round and round, your pineapple upside down.
La 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 lime, la 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 lime. A whole lot of flavor, a whole lot of fun.
Yeehaw!
Cherry Pepsi, now my life is sweet. Sweet taste of success, I'm on top of the beat. Beat this if you can, I'm a man of wealth and taste. life, baby, see the smile on my face. Face to face with my idol, no one but us two. Too good for words, just like I always knew. New cherry Pepsi, grab me some taste of the good life.
This is Budball. He can spin. Here comes Katie rolling in. And this is Stewie. Where's he been? The Nerfles. Each character sold separately.
So much fun to clown around, to change and rearrange around. Yes, Nerfles are a ball to be around. Hey, Bud, what would you be if you had Stewie's ears? What? A bunny rabbit.
The Nerfles. You can collect them all. Little characters like Budball, Katie, and Stewie. Each sold separately, new from Parker Brothers.
Welcome back, Saskatchewan, show number 75. We're kicking up a good storm here. All right, our guest now is Rena Rogers. Now, Rena works here in Switchback, helps answering the phone, but she's also a university student in the drama program, I understand. And Rena, you're wearing a rather interesting outfit this morning. Maybe you can tell us what you've got on there so far.
Okay, this is a period basically from 1895. The top is a corset, and underneath is a petticoat. And they would have, over top of all this, another petticoat.
Okay, we're gonna dress Rena up as if it was 1895. Now, there's a lot of stuff to go through. It must have taken a little while to get all this stuff on.
Generally, it would have taken a woman about 2 or 3 hours in the morning to get ready, you know, with her hair and her makeup.
Yeah,
and
well, not much has changed then. Oh, just kidding. Yeah, there's a lot of layers and things. The layered look is in now, but nothing at all like this.
Okay. Then this is just very basic. You know, they would have panniers and breeches and the whole bit.
Now, why do you have this kind of clothing? You don't wear this to school normally.
No, I don't. We're at the drama department right now. We're involved with a show called The Importance of Being Earnest, and that is an English comedy set in 1895. So, in the drama department, excuse me, we would be required to wear these costumes, and so they're designed by students and made by students, and that's generally how we get it. Are you going to help me do this?
Whoa. You know, they don't make them like they used to. 1986. Oh, there's little snaps here.
Yeah. And generally what would happen is that a woman of high birth in upper class society would have a maid of her own. And she would only have one maid to help her do everything, you know. And
so the maid would help her get dressed in the mornings? And
exactly. She would do her hair. She would put on her corset. If you noticed in the back, I'll just lift up my shirt. There's ties in the back.
Looks like an old skate lace.
It's a skate lace. And the woman who's getting into the corset would generally hold on to her bedpost or whatnot, and the maid would just pull her in.
Yeah, it was probably a painful process. Now, this is the skirt.
This is the skirt.
Everything goes over the top. They didn't step in anything in those days.
No, not really.
You gotta...
Hey, are you gonna help me again?
Okay, you hold this, Rena. I'll get back here and do the hard part.
Generally with women at this time, the reason why they wore a corset is because...
Holy mackerel! This is weight training. Are you ready?
Okay. Is the general fashion of the period was for a woman to get down to 13 inches, which is what her waist was. So you would have these big, voluptuous women getting down to very small sizes. And oftentimes they used to get their bottom ribs taken out so that they can get themselves down to that size.
Oh, like surgery.
Right.
Well, Rena, could you give us a real quick spin around there and we'll get the entire look? 1895. Now, I know you want to tell me who designed this and...
Okay, his name is Bonson Onguantansirku, and he's a student designer at the drama department.
Well, he's done a wonderful job, and thanks for letting me help you get dressed, Rena. It's a beautiful outfit. It's really beautiful. Thank you very much. You know, one of my favorite movies of all time was an Alfred Hitchcock movie called Rear Window. Well, this week, Maxwell Smart, he takes on chaos in an episode called Greer Window. Let's watch that now. Thanks.
If you eat a good breakfast, every day.
Pro stars and sleep, they can't be beat.
lots of food energy.
You can be a pro star in your own way. Pro Stars.
Part of your good breakfast every day. Pac-Man, watch your back.
Oh, I'm not afraid of a ghost attack.
3 of our friends just came to town. And they're going to show you how to ghost down.
Ghost down?
With meatballs, if you please. Ghost down. If you want it with tomatoes and cheese. Ghost down. With tasty chicken sauce.
When it comes to the ghost downs, I'm the boss.
Pac-Man pasta's so nutritious. And everybody knows that it's pasta-licious.
So everybody in the town do the ghost down.
Thank goodness for Chef Boyardee. Ghost down.
Oh.
Since the sun is gone, I can still taste the sun. Taste it, taste it, taste the sun. Taste the sunrise, taste it. Taste the goodness, taste the fun. Taste the sun. Taste it, taste it, taste the fun. Taste the sunrise, taste the sun.
No matter where you are, with Thumb Wrestlers, it's just like being in a wrestling ring. With Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper.
1, 2, 3, hit!
Wherever you are, it's like real wrestling action. With Junkyard Dog and Bull Cobb. Thumb wrestle anywhere with Hulk and the Iron Sheik.
Okay, kids, back to class.
Wrestle anywhere with wrestling superstar Thumb Wrestlers. Each sold separately. It's a grand toy.
Oh, hello there. You know, this isn't exactly like my apartment that I live in today, but had I been on the prairies and The Bachelor near the turn of the century, this is the type of soddy I may have lived in. It's a wooden shack in a sense, but it's got all the comforts of home. It's got your bunk bed. It's not a water bed, but it works. A good place to store your clothes in. A wonderful home entertainment system. Doesn't play music videos, but it does do the music. Of course, wonderful kitchen appliances here to rustle up some grub on a cold winter's night. This is just a small sampling of the kind of thing you can find in museums in our province. And here at the Plains Historical Museum, I asked Ken Draper to take me on a little bit of a tour of what it was like to live in Saskatchewan in the turn of the century. I figure these beans will provide me with quite a healthy meal, Ken.
Yeah, will that be enough for you, Bill?
I think so.
Okay, well, there you go.
Thank you very much. You know, here in the general store, you've got just about everything.
Well, yeah, you see, Bill, this would be the only store in an early town, and so the people would have to come here to buy everything that they couldn't produce themselves on their farms. There's food, maybe especially rice, that kind of thing that, you know, they wouldn't be growing. Hardware, you know, you need a pitchfork. Clothing, you know, some pharmacy kind of things. Yeah, the general store was kind of like a turn-of-the-century superstore.
You can get just about everything. Well, Ken, thanks very much for the beans. What owe you, about a nickel?
Actually, for that many beans, it would probably be about half a cent.
Ooh, half a penny. Well, I'm a little short right now.
No problem, Bill. We'll put it on your bill, and we'll pick you up at harvest.
Okay, thanks very much, Ken. Boy, this is really an education. Time for school, and school on the prairies meant all the grades, 1 through 8, together in a one-room schoolhouse. Carry your books along in your book bag and your lunch right here in your lunch pail. You know, they really concentrated on the 3 R's back in the turn-of-the-century schoolhouse, and they were also very concerned with punctuality, and they were pretty strict if you were late. Let's see here. Only 97 years late.
So what'll it be today, Bill?
Well, you're the barber. What do you think?
Well, it looks like you could use a little off the side. But, you know, people didn't come to the barbershop just for a haircut in pioneer times. They'd come here to talk about the weather, talk about the harvest, any kind of sporting events that were happening. We'd also carry a full line of cosmetic products. If you needed hair tonic, wild roots, whatever.
Did you use any moose back then?
No, but we have a deer on the wall.
Oh, boy. So, Ken, how about those riders?
Most prairie towns around the turn of the century had a blacksmith who would be responsible for shoeing horses and for any other metal work that needed to be done. Every blacksmith shop had a forge, which would be heated very, very hot, so the blacksmith could heat up the metal warm enough to shape it. Then you'd have an anvil, which he would use a hammer and other tools to shape the metal into whatever it was going to be used for.
So, Morris, what size do you take? Well, there you go. A look at Saskatchewan's rich heritage, courtesy of the Plains Historical Museum. You know, if you want to get a better look yourself, head into any one of the museums. There's over 270 right here in our province. We'll finish things up with a blast from the past. Here's one of the tops of the pops from about 100 years ago. This is the Premier Quartet and Huckleberry Finn. That was a dandy tune back in those days, let me tell you. Well, folks, joining us here in our studio is Ken Draper, the same fellow that helped on the tour, and another very special guest, Bessie Barker. Bessie, welcome to Switchback. Very good of you to be here. You know, a few folks at home there have a question for Bessie. She was born around the turn of the century, so let me tell you, when she was going to school, things were a little bit different. So maybe you have a question to ask Bessie about how she got to school, or the kind of house she lived in, or what things were like way back in the early 1900s right here in Saskatchewan. So give us a call. Now, Ken, if I can just chat with you for a moment, what exactly is your job at the museum?
Well, at the museum, I'm in charge of education, the education programs. We have school groups come in quite often. And as well, I'm in charge of the volunteers. And we have about 70 volunteers who work at the museum, and they do the bulk of the work.
Now, Bessie, you're one of the volunteers yourself. I imagine you enjoy that quite a bit. It'll remind you of growing up. What sorts of things do you do there as a volunteer?
Well, just quite a number of things, to take tours around, take people around, see, I'm the tour guide, and explain different things to the children. We find it particularly rewarding with the school children.
Right.
To get the lift history out of the book.
It's a lot better to have history from a real person, I think. Let's see who's out there. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Well, you have any different subjects than we do now?
Well, no, not really not. Reading and writing and arithmetic and grammar and those subjects, we had them all then.
Really focused on the 3 R's. Not so much computer stuff.
No, we didn't have computers in those days.
No, thanks for calling.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hi, did you have science when you're in school?
Science?
Yeah.
Not in the lower grades. We only went up to grade 8 in those schools, and we didn't start science until high school, so we really didn't have that.
Oh, okay.
Good. Thanks for calling. Have a great day. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hi, I was wondering if it was ever hard living at the turn of the century.
Ever?
If it was hard to live at the turn of the century.
Well, we didn't have cars or radios or TVs or anything like that, but we had a lot of fun. We had to travel by horses and buggies, but it wasn't all that hard, really. The winters haven't changed, so it was very much the same.
That's great. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hi, I have a question for Betsy.
Okay, it's Bessie.
Okay. Have you ever got your hair dipped in ink?
No, I never had. That never happened to me.
That's the story we always hear about, having your hair dipped in the inkwell.
Yes.
I had the gray ink this morning. Thanks for calling.
Yep, bye.
Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback. Have you got a question there, young whippersnapper?
Have you ever made, like, homemade bread, and how many loaves did you bake at a time?
Oh, yes, I often made bread, and it'd be about 7 or 8 loaves at a time, but I did a great deal of that.
I guess
other baking.
Right, most things in those days you'd make yourself. You didn't go off to the grocery store all that often.
Yes.
Thanks for calling.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback's 75th show.
Hi, what kind of clothes did she wear when she was a little girl?
Well, wore clothes like we do now, only different styles. They were just plain dresses and made of cotton prints and heavy cloth for the coats and that kind of thing. But
did people make their own clothing mostly?
Yes, a great deal of it. Not always the coats, but the dresses were always made at home.
That's right. And maybe they were functional for work as well, because you had to do the work on the farm.
Yes.
Thanks for calling.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hello. How far was the school from your house?
I had to go almost 5 miles.
We've all heard these stories about people having to go 33 miles uphill to school and stuff, but it really was 5 miles?
About that.
Well, you'd have to strike out pretty early in the morning.
Yes.
Thanks for calling.
Yep.
Have a good day.
Okay,
bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hi, how old was she when she started school?
How old were you when you started school?
Well, the starting grade was about at age 6, and they used to start at Easter and go up to summer holidays so that the small children did not start in the fall and have to go through the winter going to school. They started in the spring, and then after that they went to the regular classes.
Were there pretty much the same holidays back then as there are now?
6 weeks holidays.
So a little more work, a little less play.
Yes.
Kind of what happened. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
What kind of classes did they have at school?
Pretty much all the same types of classes, I guess, but everybody was in the same room.
In the smaller school where I went, there was just one room, and the classes were there from grade 1. We didn't have any kindergarten, but grade 1 up to grade 8, and then after a while they started taking grade 9, but that was as far as it went out there. They didn't have the equipment to carry on with science and that kind of thing.
Well, it was a real pleasure talking to you, Bessie. Thank you very much, Ken. Good luck with your career with the museums. There's over 270 museums in Saskatchewan, so get out and see a museum and interpret an artifact, I think is how they say things like that. Bessie, thanks again very much. For you folks, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with some more Switchback 75th. Hello, make it quick. I'm watching Switchback. What do you mean television hasn't been invented?
Some people think rice is rice, right?
Wrong.
The fact is,
Once you cook it,
some rice is sticky.
and some is downright mushy,
That's why
we use.
Uncle Ben's converted rice.
You see, at Uncle Ben's, they steam off the surface starch so the grains don't stick together.
And for my money,
Our money.
that makes it the best tasting rice around, don't you agree? He agrees.
Uncle Ben's converted rice. Not sticky, not mushy, just tasty.
Somebody have any change? Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
No matter where you are, with Thumb Wrestlers, it's just like being in a wrestling ring. With Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper.
1, 2, 3, hit!
Wherever you are, it's like real wrestling action with Junkyard Dog and Bull Cobb. Thumb wrestle anywhere with Hulk and the Iron Sheik.
Okay, kids, back to class.
Wrestle anywhere with wrestling superstar Thumb Wrestlers. Each sold separately. It's a grand toy.
You want a great slide? Waterworks has it. You gotta come for the ride. The Renaissance has it. So refreshing and cool. Take a dip in the pool at the Waterworks. At the Renaissance. Bring the family out. Waterworks has it. And find what fun is about. The Renaissance has it. If you want a great time where the water is fine, come to the Waterworks.
The Waterworks at the Renaissance Hotel, downtown Saskatoon.
Welcome back, Saskatchewan. You know, are you tired of the way you look? Was the last time you had a new set of clothes the Ice Age? When you look in a mirror, does the mirror turn away? Well, if you're something like me today, you might be looking for a new look, and we could have just the thing for you on our 1986 makeover contest right here at Switchback. What you need to do is give us your name and your age and your address and a recent photo of yourself, ooh, even if it's pretty scary looking, and tell us why you want a new look. And we could provide that new look. It includes a new facial, new hairs, and new clothes. A whole new you. So if you want to enter that contest, please do. We're still looking for limericks, too. If you've got a Switchback limerick, send it to us. And I'm looking for an invitation to come to your small town, Sonny. Okay, that's about as mean as I'm going to get now. So if you've got an entry for our makeover contest or a limerick for us or an invitation to a small town, write that stuff down and send it to us. Here's our Switchback address. Switchback, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina. And the postal code, everybody knows it, S4P4A1. All right, how are you guys doing? Okay. Very good. All right, these are all gentlemen that have come in and helped me out here with old cars and new cars and a model contest. Now, I'll start way over here on the far side. You're Jason, I believe.
Yep.
and then we've got Brent, and then we've got Mike, right here, and then I'll be Bill. All right, now these young fellows are model builders, and that's a very interesting hobby, something that many of us have done on those cold winter nights. Now, you people have made some very impressive models. Jason, tell me about that brown truck you've got right over there on the far end. What kind of truck is that?
That's a 53 Ford, and it's chopped.
Okay, what does it mean when it's chopped?
Well, it's the roof's lower.
Okay, you took a normal car model you might buy in a store, and you've changed it now to look like that. Okay, what is one of these other cars yours too? The next one over?
And it's channeled.
It's channeled. Now, what does that mean?
Means that the body fits lower in the fenders. It's lower down to the
ground, like a lowrider, I think some people used to call them. Now, these are modified things, very detailed. You made these yourself. About how long would that take you, Jason?
I don't know. I started that one, the channeled one, at Friday morning.
Just like 2 days ago. Well, holy mackerel, two things concern me. One, you're very quick, and two, you missed a beautiful day yesterday, because you must have been working on that car. Okay, next up we have Brent. Brent, you've got four different cars for us. Maybe you can tell us what they are, starting at the red one there.
This one is a 1929 Model A Ford Roadster.
Okay, and the blue one?
This one's a 1932 Ford Roadster.
Next up?
1934 Ford Roadster.
It's lost its roof, evidently. Or it's a convertible, probably.
Yeah.
And this beauty over here?
Another 32 Ford Roadster.
So are 32 Fords kind of a favorite of yours?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, because our car is a 32 Ford.
You have a 32 Ford yourself. Well, those are real beauties. Now, fellas, you make models. You're obviously quite good at them. You not only can do it, I guess, for fun, but there's actually competitions and contests that you can enter. Are you planning to enter some contests?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Mike, maybe I can get you to stand right up here. Now, this is Mike. He's with the Majestics Car Club in Regina, and you're also a model maker yourself. Now, tell us about a contest that maybe people out there in Saskatchewan could get involved in.
Okay, we're going to put a model car contest on for all the kids. There will be 3 age groups, 8 to 10-year-olds, 11, 12, 13s, and 14 years old and up for seniors.
Okay, now this will be happening in Regina during the car show itself. That's
at our car show.
In early May. Now, if people were to go to the store and like buy a basic model and put it together, that would be okay?
Yes, okay, we're going to have 2 classes. We'll have a stock class and a modified class. Okay, a stock class is just a kit built strictly out of the box. Modified's where they've chopped and channeled and painted it and switched motors, switched parts.
Made it into different things. Now, you've been making models for a long time yourself. Actually, Mike, you showed me one here. You made when you were 13. Which one is that?
That's this Model A 32 Ford Vicky. And
this one here?
Yeah, that's complete stock kit right out of the box, okay?
Painted up real nice?
Whereas the silver one shown earlier, it's been modified, okay? So you got a stock kit and a modified kit.
Now what does this represent besides? It looks like, I'd call this an old jalopy. Looks like something I drove back in those days.
Okay, that's just an example to show how I built Ernie Welta's real 32 Ford, which was 2 kits that I sawed up to make pieces to make a 4-door.
So you have to modify them and bend and shape the plastic to make a car. Now, people that are interested in the model contest, there's 3 different age groups, and there's 2 categories. The normal ones you'd buy in the store, or you can alter them. Now, if somebody wants more information to enter their model, they can call you. What's your phone number?
They can phone me at 352-6905.
352-6905. Okay, that's going to be just wonderful. Now, this is a 1932 Ford.
Yes.
And you told me you modified that to make one for Ernie. Who's Ernie? I don't understand. Why would you make him?
He's one of our older club members. He was a 20-year club member, so I made this model as a present to give to him.
So you have made a 1932 Ford model?
Yeah, 4-door sedan.
There it is. That's a beauty. Now, that's a scale model, right?
Yes.
That means it's 1/25th as big as the real thing.
Right.
And how big would the real thing be?
Well,
I'd say the real thing would be about this big. As a matter of fact, this is Ernie right here. Ernie, how are you doing?
Hi, Bill. I'm real good. Thanks.
That's great. Now, this is the actual 1932 Ford that Mike made a model of this to give you as a presentation. This is a beautiful car. How long have you had this one, Ernie?
We've had it for about 6 years now. We put it together. It took us about 3 years before that to build it from scratch.
Oh, it took a long time. Now, is everything on here original, or has this been fixed up?
No, the outward it's original, but it's got up-to-date powertrain in it to make it dependable.
Okay, things like the engine, the transmission, they've been upgraded. And
That's
things.
right.
Beautiful blue color on the outside here. I bet this baby really moves along, does it?
It gets up and goes, keeps up with the traffic.
Okay, well, tell you what, can you scoot over there
You
just
bet.
a tad there, Ernie?
You
Because
bet.
I want to... I've always wanted to get into one of these babies and go for a spin. Back in '32, I didn't have the money for one of these. Bessie and I were still going to school in a horse. Oh, I'll scoot right in here. Ooh, it's a comfortable little unit. It's a Ford, so apparently you're supposed to slam the doors. That's what he did. Now, Ernie, this is a beautiful car. About how fast will it go? I realize, you know, you can't go over the speed limit, but if we want it to really go.
Well, it's been known to go about 80, 85 the odd time.
Well, that's moving right along. Now, this is a very impressive blue exterior there, lacquer coats, an elaborate paint job, no doubt.
Well, it's a polyurethane paint. It's quite durable, and we chose the colors ourselves.
It's a beautiful looking car, and it looks beautiful on the inside. Not a lot of people get a chance to be right inside of a car like this, but you've got a very small steering wheel.
That's a custom steering wheel, Bill.
Okay, and this is has it got power steering?
No, it hasn't. It's tilt steering column, though.
Okay,
tilt it up and down.
move it around.
Yeah.
And it's a very impressive dashboard. It's got a bit of a low look to it here. Now, what are some of the instruments we notice here? It's got automatic transmission, which probably wasn't around in '32.
No, it wasn't. It's automatic transmission and Chev motor in it. The dashboard has been chromed, and it's got classic instruments in it, which are updated also.
Okay, you've got your oil pressure. Now, a cassette deck, there wasn't a lot of cassettes around in '32, but I guess you want to...
Not too many of them, but we like to listen to some old-time music, you know.
Okay, I'd like to listen to some tunes. You've got some Ward's 50th anniversary meet here, and of course your dingle balls. People might want to get a look here. You've always got to have your big fuzzy dice hanging on the mirror of any 1932 Ford. It's compliments, I think, the car right off the bat.
That's for cruising.
For when you're really cruising.
When you're cruising.
This is a beautiful car, Ernie, and thank you very much for bringing it in. Anybody that's interested in seeing old cars like this can head out to the Majestics Car Show. It's going to be May 3rd and 4th in Regina. Of course, there's car shows all over the province, and the Majestics just happens to be the next one. So if you're interested in old cars, you ought to get out and see it. Now, our contest question this week, you have the opportunity to win some models that look just sort of like this one here, courtesy of Peter Pan Toys in the Southland Mall. They've donated some toys for us, and in order to win one of these, we need to know the year that Henry Ford invented the Model T. What was the first year that you could buy a Model T? Write that down and send it to us at our regular Switchback address. Here it is. Switchback, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina, and the postal code is S4P4A1. All right, thanks very much, Ernie. Let's fire this baby up here and go for a bit of a spin. Well, we'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. All right, where's the key in this baby here? We got to be able to do something there. Brum, brum.
Golden in, it's done that for years. Sunday don't go away. I am here all alone.
Skittles, bite-sized candies, taste the rainbow of fruit flavors. Skittles, bite-sized candies, taste the rainbow of fruit flavors. Colorful candy shells, fruit flavors in the middle, strawberry, orange, and lime. Taste the rainbow of fruit flavors. Skittles, bite-sized candies. Taste the rainbow of fruit flavors in Skittles.
Cherry Pepsi, now my life is sweet. Sweet taste of success, I'm on top of the beat. Beat this if you can, I'm a man of wealth and taste. Taste the good life, baby, see the smile on my face. Face to face with my idol, no one but us two. Too good for words, just like I always knew. New Cherry Pepsi, grab me some taste of the good life.
Tonight's the night for Eddie Rabbit.
Someone could lose a heart.
Someone could lose a heart tonight. Eddie Rabbit's 16 chart-topping hits. Quality Records presents a great new album that'll set the perfect mood for that special evening. Relax in the warm glow of Rabbit super hits like Rainy Nights, Driving My Life Away, Suspicion, Every Which Way But Loose, and Step by Step. Someone could lose a heart tonight. Eddie Rabbit's biggest hits. The ultimate mood album in stores now from Quality Records and Tips.
Dogs love Western dog food's flavorful taste.
Each serving contains all the vitamins, minerals, and other essential nutrients dogs need for a well-balanced meal. So whether your dog is the best of the show or a playful puppy on the go, serve him Western, the dog food with total nutrition at a sensible price.
Available at your local supermarket.
Come on in here. Good morning, Saskatchewan. Boy, we're having a great time here on Switchback number 75. Time for me to put on my spectacles here and check out part 2 of this week's Get Smart.
In the wide open space, you can kick off your sneakers and give up the race. You can lay yourself down.
Prepare for takeoff.
Hey, I'm the pilot of this plane.
Prepare for takeoff with a taste of nuts and honey.
We're gonna tempt your tummy with a taste of nuts and honey.
Dig in, it's Honey Nut Cheerios, a tummy-tempted part of this nutritious breakfast.
Yes,
It's a honey of an oat. It's Honey Nut Cheerios.
No matter where you are, with thumb wrestlers, it's just like being in a wrestling ring. With Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper.
1, 2, 3, hit it!
Wherever you are, it's like real wrestling action with Junkyard Dog and Bull Cobb. Thumb wrestle anywhere with Hulk and the Iron Sheik.
Okay, kids, back to class.
Wrestle anywhere with wrestling superstar thumb wrestlers. Each sold separately. It's a grand toy. What do these have in common? They're all made by Kawasaki. Our motorcycles are bulletproof, nimble, and quick. The same experience and technology is used in all Kawasaki products, ensuring the ultimate in reliability and performance. Kawasaki is taking it to the limit with their new Ninja, Concours, Voyager, and motocross bikes. See them today at Northgate Sports, 640 Albert.
Do you need new windows? Don't be like some homeowners that have replaced their windows 2 or 3 times trying to solve that age-old problem of condensation, drafts, and inefficiency. Choose quality. Choose Duraco windows from Regina Window Sales. Duraco windows feature maintenance-free PVC frames and triple-sealed glass for the maximum in energy efficiency. For a free quotation on quality Duraco windows, drop in and see my good friends at Regina Window Sales at 1345 Albert Street in Regina.
Welcome back, Saskatchewan, to Switchback show number 75. Real special treat coming up for you, and certainly a special treat for me. I just had a chance to meet this gentleman. His name's Valdy. Been all across the country, and this being our old theme show, he's going to do a song for us now called Golden Oldie.
I was listening to my radio when they put your record on, and it seems like only yesterday we were all singing your song, but it must have been 10 years or more. Where have the years all gone since I first heard old what's-his-name singing my favorite song? Golden oldie, golden oldie. Hey, has it been that long since you were singing my song? I must have been 16. Golden oldie, golden oldie. You're just a voice from the past that faded as fast as a young man's dream, as a young man's dream. So I turned it up loud and I dreamt about the crowd of friends that we once knew. I don't hear from them much, we sort of lost touch, the way old friends sometimes do. We were all so young out there having our fun, whoever thought we'd see the day? But when the plans we made, like the music you played, all just sort of faded away. Golden oldie, golden oldie. Hey, has it been that long since you were singing my song? I must have been 16. Golden oldie, golden oldie. It's true, you're just a voice from the past. It faded as fast as a young man's dream, as a young man's dream. Now you sit in the back of a discount rack at the supermarket line.
Now, I can buy any hit that you have ever had for $1.49. But I remember the days when you were the rage and your songs meant the world to me. Do you remember the one that everyone sung about only the young being free? Golden oldie, golden oldie. Hey, has it been that long since you were singing my song? I must have been 16. Golden oldie, golden oldie. You're just a voice from the past, but faded as fast as a young man's dream. You're just a voice from the past, but faded as fast as a high school queen. Golden oldie. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Valdy, come on over and have a chair there.
Now this is the old friends sat on the park bench like bookends.
Hello, I'm a bookend. First of all, welcome to Switchback. Thank you for getting up so early on a morning. You're normally working nights and not this perky in the morning.
No, we didn't. We worked last night until about 2 o'clock, I guess.
Oof.
Now that's what, and quit show business?
No, you've got to be here. I figure if I'm going to be awake this early and all these people are, then we can all.
I'm impressed with that. Yeah.
We can all do it. Now the name of that tune there, Golden Oldie, fits right in with what we're doing on today's show, being, well, sort of respectful for things in history.
Yeah.
Where did Golden Oldie come from?
Well, you can imagine someone that's been playing the same circuit year after year after year, and finally gets replaced by some younger players, and that's basically the gist of the song. Plus, well, I think they have the "What's He Doing Now" column, or "Where Are They Now" column in the newspapers, and that's the sentiment behind that song.
Okay. Now you are someone that has been on tour for years. You've been to almost every place, and what always impresses me about you is you like to go to the small places.
Yeah.
What do you find there that helps you get through?
Well, Canada is made up of several thousand small places and a few major centers as well. And Canada is it's such a diverse country that if we didn't deal with the smaller towns, I'd only be working 15 days a year. So also, I was up in Fairview, Alberta, and I can't remember the name of the store I was in. I was buying some spare part for the vehicle. And someone came up to me and said, "You're Valdy, aren't you?" I said, "Yes, I am." "Wow, what are you doing here?" It's a very small town. I said, "I've come here to play." He said, "Oh, I thought you were doing better than that."
Well, I guess then proof positive of how well you're doing is we've got you here on Switchback, and this is certainly a big deal. So
well, this is a feather for my cap too, I must say.
Well, it'll look good on the resume. Now, when you're coming up with ideas for songs, you do a lot of your own stuff and some other people's stuff. What sorts of things give you inspiration? Anything from days gone by?
Mostly just immediate experiences. Things that are a little old and foggy in the memory sometimes can get distorted when they get into a song. It's nice to use ideas and experiences that are quite fresh. Okay. And that's where most of the songs come from.
Are you working on anything right now that you could give us a little sneak listen to there? Any sort of... I heard you one time doing a thing, sort of a Blue Jays sort of song. The Blue Jays are big in the news and a real Canada team right now.
Yeah, well, it was more I'm personally an Expos fan myself. However, there are a lot of good baseball fans happening here in Canada now, and it's on the go. The baseball song. That's Rick Neufeld. You ever hear of Rick Neufeld?
Right.
Moody Manitoba Morning? Well, he wrote a song called the Baseball Song, and I forgot it.
Well, then we shouldn't do that one.
I'm old now, you know. My memory's going on me.
You're going to be helping out Juice Newton, I think, on her tour.
I hear we may be doing that. Yeah, that'll be fun.
That's going to be fairly exciting. I think Juice, first thing is always good. So if you get to be first thing for her, that must make you real good.
Well, I think opening slots are fun to play because you don't have to carry production. You don't have to do all of that work, and you just get up there and sing for a little while and basically warm a crowd up for the main act. That's the idea, rather than going out and just being like top dog. And it's really nice to have a supportive role once in a while.
Okay. Now, we've got a lot of people packed in here this morning.
I see that, yeah.
A lot of young people, and I think they'd like to hear something. You said you wanted to get something maybe a little bit perkier. Is there something you could do for us to get us sort of stomping and clapping a bit?
Well, I see a lot of Cubs and Brownies. Are there here as well? What are Beavers? Beavers. Hey, well, I know a song that you know. How's that key? There were beans as big as submarines in the stores, in the stores. Yeah, there were beans as big as submarines in the quartermaster stores. Here's your part. My eyes are dim, I cannot see. I have not brought my specs with me. I have not brought my specs with me. It's obviously a little bit too high for some of us. There was soup, no, let's say, there was cake that makes your belly ache in the stores, in the stores. Yeah, there was cake that makes your belly ache in the quartermaster stores. Oh, my eyes are dim, I cannot see. I have not brought my specs with me. I have not brought my specs with me. Soup, we all want soup. Lift your bowl and drain it. Let your whiskers strain it. Hark, that funny noise. It's the gurgling of the girls and boys. Meat, we must have meat. Fresh and juicy cow's meat. Pork and pickle pig's feet. Lamb chops or sausage too. Any kind of meat will do. Oh, fish, bring on the fish. We don't want it bony or a little pony. Fresh fish, we won't eat stale. Any kind of fish but whale. And there were yams singing I am what I am in the stores, in the stores. Yeah, there were yams singing I am what I am in the quartermaster stores. My eyes are dim, I cannot see. I have not brought my specs with me. I have not brought my specs with me.
Wonderful. Okay, that certainly got the blood flowing.
Well, I can tell you that's how we date ourselves too. That kind of song is so traditional it doesn't know age, you know. And I learned that when I was a cub in Ottawa.
That was 6, 7 years ago now.
Oh yeah, at least.
All right, a real special treat for us now, Saskatchewan. This is especially for you folks in your golden years. If you are a grandparent, this is the time for you to call in and tell us the advantages of being in your golden age. We don't want any of you young people calling or you regular parents. Grandparents only. If you're watching Switchback, give us a call. Tell us the advantages of being golden, because I can think of several right now. Now, we want to go to Sonny's Dream.
Yeah.
It's your video, and I know you young whippersnappers are pretty big on these here music videos, trying to sell that there album of yours. So probably Sonny's Dream is something that took a lot of work, but was a lot of fun, and you were involved with it right from the start.
Oh yeah. The song was written by Mr. Ron Hines of the Wonderful Grand Band in Newfoundland. It's been recorded by 4 other people, but I was the one, I think, that put it across the country, and it was accepted by the country stations rather well. We did this video in Toronto, and it was a lot of fun to do. I'll go for it again next time.
All right, let's check out Sonny's Dream.
1, 2.
Sonny lives on a farm in the wide open space. You can kick off your sneakers and give up the race. You can lay yourself down by a sweet river bed. Sonny always remembers what his mama said.
You getting a bit hungry?
Yeah. I brought a snack along.
Why not try Twix instead?
Twix?
Trust me, okay?
Okay.
Discover Twix Cookie Bar. It's just what you want in a snack. Just the right mix of light, crunchy cookies, smooth, creamy caramel, and thick, chocolatey coating. All twice over.
You're right. Twix really is the spot.
Try Twix. It's just what you want in a snack.
All you gotta do is think refreshment. And you can move that can right into your hand.
Come on. Concentrate.
Nothing.
Think harder.
Think big refreshment. Can't you taste it?
Yeah, it's not happening. Let's take a break.
Kravitz, could you think down?
Hi, I'm Ruben Mays. As a young kid growing up in North Battleford, I had a dream of playing football. That dream has come true for me because I was able to continue my schooling and go on to compete in college athletics. I know whatever happens in my football future, I'm far better off for continuing and finishing my education. No matter what dreams you're pursuing, your chances of scoring are far greater with a solid background. Build your future by staying in school and finishing your education.
The Redken woman of the 80s, feeling younger, looking better, realizing demands on her are greater than ever. That's why she depends on Redken, professional hair products, featuring a complete line of styling aids. Hair care products scientifically developed for all hair types and conditions. Redken, making your world beautiful.
Available in Regina at Cavalier Hair Center, 1100 Angus, and Apollo Beauty Salon, 2928 13th, in Moose Jaw Hair Expressions, 475 Main Street.
One.
Welcome back, Saskatchewan. Sonny's Dream, a beautiful looking video. I enjoyed that right off the bat, especially the part there the young fella gets off the bed, plays his guitar, blends right in with yours.
I thought that was a baseball punt. I like that right off the bat, sorry.
Oh boy, those Expo fans, they're pretty quick, you know. I'm sort of a AAA kind of guy myself. Now you grandparents out there, if you're a grandparent, call in, tell us what you like about Switchback, or chat with Valdy, ask him to sing you a special song, and tell us what's good about being in your golden age. Have we got a call there?
Well, we also want to convince the people who are future grandparents they should call too, you know, just because they may have some perspective on age as well. I don't know.
All right, there's a grandparent on here. Good morning, welcome to Switchback.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good.
What's your name and how old are you?
I'm Sean Streifel and I'm 9.
You're 9, a 9-year-old grandparent. You know, I'll tell you, actually, what do you think is an advantage of being in your golden years?
I got a lot of advantages.
You have a lot of advantages. Okay, what are some of them?
Throwing footballs to the little ones.
Throwing footballs to the little ones. Yes, as a grandparent. It's fun at being 9, too. You can mix right in, and the kids will hardly even know you're a grandparent.
Yeah.
Any other big advantages?
Nope.
All right, thanks for calling.
Okay.
And say hi to your kids for us.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye. The rest of these are... Whoops. We'll let those quit blinking. You were saying future grandparents can call in. That's probably the only 9-year-old grandparent we've had a chat
Genetics are amazing.
You've got some children yourself?
I have 3 children of my own, yes, age 13, 12, and 12. I adopted 2.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe they were twins. All right, we'll grab a call. You can handle this one. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hello, Bill. How are you this morning?
I'm fine, thank you. Would you like to chat with Valdy?
Well, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Valdy. How are you?
I'm excellent, thank you. I'm early, but I'm excellent.
That's great. You're doing fine for your age.
And so are you.
Thank you.
What's an advantage of being in your golden years?
Well, I just love being a grandparent. I would like to say hi to my grandson Ken and Brent and my granddaughter Lori.
Oh, good.
Whereabouts do they live?
They live in Regina.
And where do you live?
In Regina.
Oh, you ought to go over and visit them more often there, Grandma.
Yeah, I should.
It's not that far away. Thanks a lot for calling in.
Okay, bye, Bill.
All right, bye-bye. A nice lady with grandchildren. Now, you've got 3 children of your own?
Yes.
And are you an only child yourself, or was there...
No, I was the youngest of 3. And my father came from Denmark, and my mother came from England, so I'm a first-generation Canadian. And my grandparents, I never really experienced grandparents. I had 1 grandmother left by the time I came along. And that was an unfortunate thing, because I think that having that extra generation, it adds such a dimension to a kid's life.
They can tell some stories, and you miss out there on a portion of...
Well, that's just the wisdom, you know, that kids don't think their parents are right. They think their parents are wrong, usually. But the grandparents, they're cool. The grandparents understand. There doesn't seem to be that generation gap between kids and grandparents.
That's right. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine. How are you this morning?
Fine. Thank you very much.
I just wanted to say hello to 3 grandsons that I know watch your program every Sunday.
And don't you?
Oh, off and on.
Okay. Well, it's like a good television set.
What are your sons' names? And say hello to them. Or grandsons' names.
Dustin Woodrow's in the hospital right now, and he's watching your program right now.
Okay.
Hi, Dustin.
Hi, Dustin. Your grandma says hi.
David and Kevin Johnson.
Okay.
And they watch your program every morning, and they live on a farm outside of Moose Jaw.
Okay, and where are you calling from?
Moose Jaw.
Okay, thanks very much for calling in.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. What's an advantage of being a grandparent, even though you don't sound like one?
I have 7 grandchildren.
You do? That's amazing. What are their names?
Joe, Krista, Rebecca, Becky, Elizabeth, Tessa, and Carrie.
Lovely names.
Good names. Thanks for calling, and you almost got away with it. Yeah, these young whippersnappers are always trying to do that. All these lines are flashing on me right now, you know. You can sort of tell when someone's got an older type of voice.
You can.
That wasn't it. And I haven't got one either. But, you know, we'll keep on trying. You know, I'm so happy that I got a chance to meet you because I've heard your tunes now for a while. You must be in your late 20s, I guess.
Yeah, for about 11 years. I've been 29.
Ooh, that gives us an idea. You never had a Model T Ford, though, yourself?
Nope. I have a Nash Metropolitan. That dates me as well, doesn't it?
That's an interesting vehicle.
And I've never had a Nash Metropolitan, no. The oldest thing I have is a boat that was built in 1936.
That's it?
That's it. That's the oldest thing I have.
1936. We got 1 minute till the end of the show.
Oh, well. Do you want to go finish it from over there? Or?
I'll tell you what. You tell the folks at home how much fun you've had. I'm going to run over there frantically and say goodbye.
Switchback, by the way, is not something limited to, where are we, over here? Is not limited to this town. There's a Switchback in Halifax and in Toronto and in Winnipeg and in Calgary and in Vancouver, as well as here in Regina. All separate shows. Bravo to CBC.
Thank you very much, Valdy. Certainly enjoyed your company and your charm and your songs. We certainly want to thank all of our special guests here, Ken, all of the fellows from the car show, and especially Bessie Barker for helping us out with the turn-of-the-century stuff. Thanks very much to you, Rena, for helping us with your old costume. Next week, we're going to have some in the nose and some good news. Thanks, Valdy. Have a good week. You know, great day out there, I think.
This is CBC Television.